Hey there, it's Kay, and I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I'm gonna get going on my November monthly budget. I still have some setup to do for it, and I've also received my first paycheck, so I'll be able to share that budget with you guys. So, the first thing I do want to focus on is getting my calendar set up, and I've already dated it, but I do need to add my bills to it. So first I'm going to mark my two paydays. The first one is actually from October 26th. I'm just going to mark it here. And then, so October 6th was this Wednesday here. So not getting paid on the 2nd, but I will be getting paid on the 9th. And I will be using that as well. Just throw it here. That does also mean that I have a payday on the 23rd, but I don't want to use this payday for November, and I'm planning to use it towards December. So I'm going to be working with two paychecks for this month, one of which I've already received. So I'm going to go through my estimated numbers using the income I've received to help me get a little more fine-tuned, and then I'll go through the actual budget of my first paycheck. Next thing I'm going to do is add in my fixed expenses onto the calendar here. So it's going to be Spotify, Sprint, Safeco, UMass, Adobe. It's 30, and then rent. So there's all of my fixed expenses, and then I'm just going to reuse some of these trackers that I've already made for November. So I just gotta color code them, and I'm gonna put them in my notes bar here. Okay, so that's looking good for the calendar for me. I'm going to move on to the estimated monthly budget. So I already know the actual amount that I received for my first paycheck. It's $10.44. So that is what I'm going to put in part of the budgeted income. One of my paychecks tends to be higher than the other, and so since my paycheck 1 was the higher one, paycheck 2 is definitely going to be the lower one, and that's just how it tends to work out, just based on like the hours I work and like my pay schedule. So I got like one higher paycheck than normal because I usually budget around $1,000 per paycheck. So my second paycheck's probably gonna be like under 1,000, probably, since this one was $10.50, the other one would be like $9.50, and it'll still work out to about $2,000. So that's what I'm gonna budget for total for the month. So all of these fixed expenses are what I added to my calendar. And these are the same every month. Let's see. $11.93. And then that leaves $8.07. Now, what tends to vary in my budget are my variable expenses and my savings. I'm still playing around with my food budget and trying to make sure that I have enough to meet my needs. And I still haven't closed out October's spending or anything yet. But if you take a look, just looking at the numbers, I think I gave myself $400. Yeah, I gave myself $400, and so, I mean, 6 plus 85 is over like 91. So, I mean, there's like what, $100-ish on the side of the calendar, and then I have what, 55. So we got 64, we got like, now we're at like 80 something, now we're at 100, and then here I'm at basically less than I budgeted for, it looks like, for food. So I'm gonna go 400 again, and then if it remains lower than that, then I can start playing with the numbers again, but I do want to be really safe on that. And then I usually do 50 allowance, and then my transportation was pretty tight. So I think that was one of the things I decreased from September. It was 60. September was in here 100. So somewhere between 60 and 100 is probably where I should land. So I'm gonna go with 75. So for pet, I'm gonna do 75. And then for laundry, I'm gonna do 50. So that puts me at $650 for variable expenses. And then 807 minus 650. 157 will be left for savings. And I'm just gonna put it all into Christmas. Whatever's left over from everything is just gonna go into my Christmas fund. So there's the estimated monthly budget. Let's work on my actual budget, where this paycheck pretty much just covers the rent. So it's gonna leave me $131. And that's just gonna get assigned through my variable expenses. So that'll leave 81 for food. And I mean, that's pretty much just how these numbers are gonna work out. The other things that I want to add, so on the monthly, I started putting my debt balances. So the UMass will be 9500 starting. And then my no net balance did go back up. I did get my refund. and I'm hanging onto it in my savings account for now, so it's collecting interest until I know what to do with it in case the forgiveness doesn't go through. So yeah, my balance is back up to almost $18,000 for Nelnet. So it's 17,875.71. So yeah, I'm at approximately $27,400. But if this forgiveness actually falls through and we can actually get it, I'm a Pell Grant recipient and I qualify for $20,000. So all of that will be gone. But I mean, hey, at least for right now, I have my money back in my account instead of in Nelnet's account. So in the event that we all do take an L on this situation, I just take the money I got back, put it back into my student loans, and I'm basically where I was before all of this situation. So all in all, like, I'm in a decent situation. I know a lot of people aren't right now, and it's getting really, really difficult, and like, I feel for you and I wish you the best of luck on your budget and financial journeys, and I hope to see you on the next installment of my journey. So have a good one. Peace out.